First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you very much for joining us. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, and we appreciate you being a part of the show. You can, of course, download the Fox 12 Oregon app if that's probably where you're watching right now. Thanks for doing so. Today, for this segment, we are talking about Lego, and in particular, a design from a Portland Lego designer that is for the Italian Riviera. This is something that is out that you can get a hold of, but we wanted to talk to the designer, just find out more about the process, how it works, how the design was was designed, I guess, in the very beginning, and then what it's like to bring that out for people to be able to get. And that's who we have here with us right now. We've got Alex Sahli. Alex, thank you very much for joining us here today. I'm really excited to talk to you. First off, congratulations on this. And then
thank you, Greg.
Yeah, you bet. And I think, to start off, can you tell us, how you got into this in the first place and where this idea for the Italian Riviera came from?
Well, I've been doing Lego my whole life. As a kid, many people get into that as a hobby, and it's just something I never really outgrew. It kind of just evolved with me as I got older. And 4 or 5 years ago, I started really designing my own projects and getting deep into like complex designs. And there's a platform called Lego Ideas, which is something the Lego group puts out, and it gives fans a chance to design their own sets. And if you're lucky, you can get it all the way through the process and eventually see it hit shelves. So that's what I did here. And I was preparing for an upcoming trip to Italy, and I just thought this would be the perfect Lego set. So I designed it and submitted it. And 3 years later, I got to see it in stores.
So you designed this before you had actually gone to Italy?
It was right before, yeah. So Italy had always been like top of my bucket list. I was so excited to go, and I was doing all this research and planning a trip with my family. And I kind of just fell in love with the idea of doing the Italian Riviera and Lego. So I designed it, and then I came back and I actually expanded my Lego design and added a lot more to it. Full of inspiration from actually getting to go there.
Oh, I would imagine so. Yeah, and taking a look at that, I mean, there's so much intricate design work in that there, and I just want to say too, Italy's also my favorite. So, but once you did that, you came back, you used that inspiration to put that into the work. What made you decide that, okay, I'm gonna see? I mean, I guess maybe it was already up there on Lego Design, but what was it like when people started responding to this design that you had created, and when it became so popular?
It was really cool. One of my favorite parts of working with Lego is getting to interact with the community, and there's really a great community around it. Everyone's very supportive, and there's so many really talented builders out there. So it's great to get involved with and get feedback, and hear that people like your design. And I get asked occasionally for instructions, and then I get to see pictures of someone on the other side of the world building something I made, which is just really fun.
That's got to be a little bit surreal at some point.
It does, because some of these, I designed them all in a Lego software, like a CAD software called Studio. And Lego's expensive, as you probably know. And, I can't afford everything I do, but it's really special to see someone, build a project of mine that I actually haven't built myself. Someone in Germany built a 15,000 piece model I spent a year designing, and I still haven't actually seen it in person, but he did an hour-long YouTube video and displayed at a convention, and that kind of thing is just really fun to see.
Wait a minute. So just to clarify, you haven't actually built it yourself?
This one I have. Some of my other ones I haven't, just because Lego costs so much. I'm a college student. I'm always on a budget for that kind of thing. So
that makes sense.
I love actually working with pieces.
What is it about Lego that you love so much that makes it such an attraction for you?
I think it's a really interesting system to work with. It really appeals to a lot of people, and it's got an artistic side and it's got an engineering side, and those are both things I like to do. So being able to combine it is really special. And I think Lego is interesting because it started off as a toy, but it is really something that can grow with you as you get older. And it's not really capped at a skill level. Like, you can keep getting more and more advanced with it, but you can also just pick it up without any experience and still have a fun time.
Right, you can just have fun at the most basic level, but also get as intricate as or as complicated as you'd possibly want.
Yeah, and mathematically, it's a really well-designed system, actually, just the geometry and how all the pieces fit together. Like every time I work with it, I'm still finding new ways to put pieces together that I never thought would even be possible, but it's just some weird angle that happens to work out. So that's always fun, and it makes it so there's not really limits on your creativity when you're working with it.
What was the biggest challenge for you with this one?
This one, I really wanted to capture the energy and the colors and the strange angles of the real Italian Riviera. And Lego's, mainly a grid system, so I wanted um, some diagonal houses and some uneven streets. So getting that right took a bit of time. I had to do some, little basic Lego math to get all the pieces together and make sure some of the houses weren't like parallel to each other. Um, but really just that and making sure the colors were right and just squeezing in as many details as I could.
I mean, there are just looking at those images right there. I mean, that is so much detail when it comes down to it. Well, now that you've got this one out there, do you have another one in mind that you would hope does get turned into an actual set?
So I don't actually have any on the platform right now that are in the process of hopefully turning into a set. I would like to submit more in the future for sure. I don't have any ideas right now. I'm a lot busier now than I used to be now that I'm in college and just have a lot going on in my life. But I would love to keep submitting, and I'm sure I will. I just need to get the right idea first.
You need that inspiration. That I'm sure you'll get if you're going to college. That inspiration will come from somewhere. And just to reiterate too, just to talk about this one more time, what really was that moment like? When this came to you, when you found out it's getting made, when other people are out there, like the feeling that you had.
It was great. I mean, this has been a dream for a good chunk of my life to actually have a Lego set on shelves as someone who's been working with it, for as long as I can remember. So yeah, I was kind of like in shock. I thought it was like a joke at first, like, oh, no way they actually picked it. It was a stressful week at school. I had midterms coming up. I had a really hard class I was taking. I was so burnt out. So when I got the good news, it was great. It made all my worries go away for a bit.
Nice. Yeah, that's a pretty good reward for going through all of the other stuff to have that out there. What advice would you have for other people out there who want to get into Lego design or maybe making designs but don't quite know how to get over that hump to have it actually made into a set?
So I would say, I mentioned earlier I use a CAD program called Studio, and I would really recommend that. It's not exactly the same as working with real pieces, but it's kind of the same. It's just doing it on your computer. And what's great about that is it's a lot easier to do really big designs, and you can make instructions for them, and you don't have to worry about, can I afford these pieces? Do I have these pieces? It's all free to use. It has like basically an infinite selection of parts you can use, and that's just great for really being creative and not worrying about all the other things that might set you back. So using that program is great, and it allows you to do everything you would with actual bricks, including ordering them. But yeah, I would say, for your idea, put a lot of thought into it. Like pick something that hasn't been done, or do something that has been done and then give it your own unique twist. Like really show them like this would make a good set and here's why. And it's not an easy process. I tried it a number of times before this made it through, so I wouldn't expect it to work out right away. But yeah, if you keep submitting it, you could get lucky. You could get something through.
Just keep on trying, and yeah, might actually make it there. Well, that is an incredible design, and really congratulations, for all you do. Final question: where are you going to school at?
I'm out of state. I'm at Cal Poly down in San Luis Obispo.
Nice. Well, congratulations. Yeah. For everything going on that side of things, and just for having this out there, and really appreciate your time, Alex, too, just to have some time to talk to us. I'm sure your schedule is pretty busy right now, so yeah, getting to discuss this with you and just bring this up. So yeah, man, congrats and thanks for being here on Fox 12 Now.
Thanks for chatting with me.
And for everybody watching, again, this is Fox 12 Now. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here shortly. We've got lots of other things coming up here on the show. So we will pause. I will be back in about 15 minutes or so. I'll talk to you then. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.